Hello, everyone. I'm Todd C. Slater, the Simple Investor, and I thought I would give you our weekly update about what's happening in the real estate market across Canada. I'm going to feature three of the major cities, Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto. The boards have all just reported in what April looked like. And again, the one thing that we were sure was going to happen is volume has dropped. In the Vancouver marketplace, it's down 40% as far as the market itself, not price. So as far as volume goes, 1,109 transactions for the month of April. Taking a look into the Calgary marketplace, down 63%, 573 transactions, and then we take a look at Toronto. 2,975 transactions, down 67%, but more importantly, the condominium market actually was the one that was affected most, and it had the least number of sales, and it's down by 72%. Now, if we kind of take a look at the numbers that matter the most, the ones that we're talking about value. So value is the thing that we are most concerned about. Are we going to see a big drop? Well, the funny thing is in Vancouver, it actually went up 2.5% in April for year over year. And all these numbers, by the way, just so we're clear, are always year over year numbers. So we will be comparing to April 2019. Now, when we take a look at Calgary, Calgary is the one that's the hardest hit. Of course, we've got a lot of issues with the oil, and it's down 8% as far as value. But when we take a look at Toronto, here's the thing. Right now, attached homes, so townhomes, attached, links, those kind of properties, those are actually up by 7% year over year. And we're taking a look at the condominium market, slightly off 1.7% for the condominiums, and detached around the same, around 2 to 3%. So again, right now, if we're talking about the GTA market, we're seeing that the condominium volume is down, but not a whole lot on price yet. One thing that we did see check up in Toronto, of course, are rents. They're down 3% if you're taking a look at a one bedroom. And again, for a lot of people renting, that's not a big number, but it is slightly off compared to what we did see in April 2019. Now, a lot of people ask me, hey, Todd, how does this market, take off? When is it going to start to open up? When are we going to turn around and take a look at what's going to happen in the actual real estate market? Are we going to continue to see downward trends? Again, volume, I think, is going to be off for a little while. May should be about the same. We should be looking at a decline year over year, about the same number of transactions, maybe a few less in May as opposed to April. But the one thing that I'm pretty sure that we're looking at is the leveling of prices, and I don't see a huge decline in pricing. One of the reasons why, of course, is the current interest rates. A lot of people are grabbing the variable rate at this time, and I think it's good advice if you do take the variable rate, leave it open, and of course, when the bank starts to work with doing a little bit more for their fixed rate in the future, then you might want to lock it in for a 5-year term. But at this point, I'm going to tell you that I'm quite impressed with the fact that we are still seeing solid sales. And yes, I know the volume's way down, but we are coming into a spring market where there's still a lot of pent-up demand and people are looking for an opportunity to buy in. So this is the kind of thing that we've got to keep our eyes open. Now, one of the reasons why I think the market is going to start to take off in the near future, and I think we could really see a big uptick, is the fact that interest rates are low. And who does that affect the most? Of course, first-time home buyers. And they're the ones who generally are the generators of the next wave of real estate. So when we take a look at all recessions that we've seen in real estate, if we've seen any downturn in markets, the ones that get things fired up again are the first-time home buyers. And with interest rates as low as they are, we're going to be attracting a lot of people back into the market, people that have been sitting on the fence. And I believe that that's where we're going to start seeing the market, take off. So taking a look at the numbers, attached homes, semi-detached, townhomes, yes, some condos, but we're looking at that marketplace, and that's normally what we deem to be the first-time home buyer market, and that's where the base will start. Now, as soon as that happens, of course, we start looking at our move-up buyers because people are going to take advantage of the situation saying, hey, listen, there's a lot of first-time home buyers coming in the marketplace. Maybe it's time for us to move up. So they'll move out of their townhome. They go into the outer markets, perhaps into the detached market. And this is where we start to see the roll-up of the economy in real estate. So this is the kind of thing that, we can expect to start seeing over the next few months And again, as soon as the province starts to, loosen the reins a little, and actually all the provinces, I think we're going to see that first-time home buyer market really start to take off. Interest rates are the biggest driver there, and of course, that's where we see the huge increase in marketplaces when we have the low interest rate and first-time home buyers start to take off. So that's one of the things that I think is going to happen. And other than that, I think that's about it for this week. Again, keeping our eyes on the landlord situation with tenants. We're still waiting for the province to start kicking in some money to residential landlords. We're hoping to get an update a little bit later in the week, and I'll keep you posted. Remember to tune into my show on News Talk 1010 Sundays at noon. And that's about it. So I'm Todd C. Slater, the Simple Investor. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.